Day K1. Today you have a lot of supplies in your bag. You have tissue paper, you have a brush, you have a cup of water, and you have a Sharpie. And a pencil should be at your table. So what you're going to do to start, if you are in first grade, you are going to be looking at leaves and drawing them. So you're going to look at a picture of a leaf and draw it the best you can. So if you're in kindergarten, you're going to have the option of tracing a leaf, okay? So go ahead and add your traced leaf. We're going to look to get 3 or 4. So if I am in kindergarten, I'm looking carefully at my leaf and I am drawing it the best I can. If it doesn't look exactly like that leaf, that's okay. You're just doing your best you can, right? We're just trying to get it onto our paper. We don't have to deal with the inside. If you do want to add the stem, go for it. That's 2 leaves. I could keep going. I have 1 leaf that looks kind of like this. Little bump there. Comes down and around, and it goes off my page there. I'm not dealing with that inside yet. Okay, I have another leaf that kind of looks like this, and I'm just looking at all the pictures Miss Katie has shown me, and I'm drawing it on my paper. After I'm done with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch to my Sharpie. And I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to go right over the lines I just drew. If you made a mistake, now is the time to fix it. So if you don't like the way yours looks, flip your paper over and draw again. So I'm going ahead and I'm adding all of my beautiful lines back in. When you are done drawing your lines, you need to go back in with an eraser and erase out any extra pencil lines. Notice I'm not staying right on the line. I'm trying my best, but I'm working pretty quickly. When you work quickly, sometimes you go off the lines. If you would like to, you could go ahead and add some of those veins in. This helps bring the food to the different parts of the plant or the different parts of the leaf. If you don't want to add them, you can leave that right blank. So I'm going to leave these 2 blank. And then I'm going to take my eraser and erase out any extra pencil lines I see here before I do my next step, because this is very important that I do this first. Notice I have finished all my Sharpie. I've put my cap back on before I'm getting any water at my table, before I'm getting to paint. Okay, and today we're going to be using paper to paint. How silly is that? Okay, so I erased any extra lines. Okay, now it's my job to open up my Ziploc bag. I wipe off all that extra. Open up my Ziploc bag. Remember, again, if I'm filling my water up, I'm only filling it to the little girl's chin. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start placing some of my tissue paper right on top of my paper. So I lay it on and I keep this flat and I paint. And I lay it on and I paint. And I lay it on and I'm going to keep doing this all over my paper. Notice what's happening. I'm continuing to add. Notice how my paper is now, they call this bleeding, and I'm able to use that extra ink to paint my whole paper. So I'm using my warm colors right now, my reds and my orange and my yellows, and letting those colors mix together. Going right over and through over the whole thing. Anywhere there's tissue paper, I am layering water on top and letting that ink off the tissue paper spread out onto my paper. So if you end up with any extra areas that don't have ink on it, just add a little bit more water to your brush, and then you can finish up your painting by filling in those areas with just that extra little bit of water. All right, and then your job is going to let this dry.